there's a problem.
Coming up tonight on Football Tonight, the number 2 team in Class 1, Mid-Buchanan, trying to clinch an outright KCI title, but West Platte trying to lay claim to a share of the conference title. Up in Maryville, Lafayette visiting the Spoof Hounds. Can the Irish finish the regular season with a win, or the Spoof Hounds defense shut them down? And in 8-man football, Stanberry, Worth County, 2 of the top teams in the GRC meeting. Who comes out on top? All this and much more coming up on Football Tonight.
I am no regular citizen. Do you understand what you're witnessing? You cannot tell what the difference is. I want it all and I'm winning it. I do not care about opinions. Time to make a few decisions so I can take a position. I'ma go get it, I'm punching and kicking. I keep on moving it up for me. Just do it and stop at our talking G. I'm not expressing no modesty. I can't see nobody stopping me. If there's a problem, I gotta solve it. Straight to the top, I can't see myself falling. I gotta grab it, there's no time for stalling. Number one son and don't have other options. I want it now and I ain't never gonna back down. Said I'm fired up. I'm sorry your time's up. I see the top and I climb up. Came from the ashes, I rise up. Rise up, I want it now, I gotta rise up. Rise up, I want it now, I gotta rise up. Rise up, I want it now, I gotta rise up. Rise up, I want it now, I gotta rise up.
Welcome into week number 9 of Football Tonight. I'm Chris Roush. That's Mitchell Ribberall. We've made it. You've made it. I've made it. We've all made it to week 9 of Football Tonight.
Yeah, it's went by so fast, and I'm just happy to be here and happy to be able to be here for this full season.
And what? Well, except for that 1 week where you just
except for that 1
randomly
week,
disappeared. The plant tried to replace you.
Yeah.
Mike Braciano tried to replace you.
The plant got a lot of hype too, so I'm glad I was picked over it.
Mike got none.
Mike did
Anyway.
none, yeah.
You got something to start off with.
Yeah, why not start off with a top 10 matchup down in Weston? The number 2 ranked Mid-Buchanan Dragons taking on the number 8 ranked West Platte Blue Jays. Opening kickoff, Blue Jays kick it off, goes off the back of the front man and Payson Chandler recovers it, but Blue Jays unable to score. Later in the first, Rollins Brandt throws the screen to Blake Hunter, gets a couple blocks, makes a few defenders miss, and gives the Dragons the lead. Dragons again, Brandt and Hunter option left, toss, Hunter scores again, 14-0 mid-buck. But here comes West Platte. The handoff to Cameron Williams from a yard out, gets in the end zone, game down to an 8-point lead for the Dragons, and then Blake Hunter does what he does best. On the punt return, he gets a couple blocks, makes a few men miss, takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Blake Hunter, have yourself a day. 3 first half touchdowns. Dragons win this one 28-12 and are now the KCI champions.
The Panthers of North Platte hosting East Buchanan tonight. Our camera guy toughing it outside in this one as well. Opening kickoff, North Platte kicks it short to Crew Conaway. Conaway finds a hole to give the Bulldogs excellent field position to start. First down, Connor Musser looks to Conaway on the right. Conaway breaks a tackle, reverses direction, breaks another tackle, and gets Eastbuck down near the goal line. 2nd and goal now. Guess who? He's been pretty good here on this opening drive. Conaway again on the run, reaches the end zone to strike first. Bulldogs up 7-0 early in this one. Later, Bulldogs moving again on their next drive. Trevor Klein, he's a really good sophomore back, gets the handle, takes it up the middle for another score. Eastbuck takes this one out 57-8.
More KCI scores. Lathrop beats Plattsburgh 51-7, and Hamilton beats Lawson in a shutout victory 41-0.
Grand River Conference scores as well. Milan defeats Maysville 28-12 tonight. And other GRC scores as well. South Harrison beats Trenton 25-24 in overtime. Gallatin also beating Princeton 48-8. Putnam County wins 20-16 over Polo in this one tonight as well. Good games there too.
Yeah, already some good games tonight, but don't go anywhere just yet, because when we come back, we have a lot more football to get to, like the 6-2 Lafayette Irish. Can the Irish get past Maryville for their 7th win of the season?
And Central taking on Park Hill South last night, looking for their 2nd win of the season. We'll recap that one coming up next on Football Tonight. Welcome back to Football Tonight. The Lafayette Fighting Irish trying to finish off the regular season 7-2, but a tough test for them tonight up in Maryville with the Spoof Hounds, one of the best Class 2 teams in the state. So to Maryville we go. Spoof Hounds honoring first responders tonight before the game in their regular season finale, hosting the Lafayette Fighting Irish. First quarter in this one, no score, but Spoof Hounds punch it in from a yard out. PAT good, 7-0 Maryville. Later in the first, Spoof Hounds driving again. Tyler Seamer following his blockers, cuts it back. Nothing but green grass in front of him. Touchdown Maryville. They go up 13-0. PAT no good. Lafayette trying to move the football in this one. Having a hard time. Maryville's defense really good. Jaron Saunders, high snap, gets it. Scrambles it to his right, tries to pick up some yards as he does, get the first down, but the Spoof Hounds keeping them off the scoreboard. Chilly night, warm bonfire, Mitchell's favorite Oregon pastime. Second quarter, Hounds keep working. Cooper Lowe up the middle, breaking tackles in for 6. 19-0 Maryville, 25-0 at the break. Maryville pulls away in this one, 36-6.
Over in Chillicothe, Hornets hosting Benton. No score in the first. Chillicothe scores from about a yard out. PAT good, 7-0 Hornets go in front. Later in the first, Cardinals trying to answer with a little more than 4 minutes to play. Carson Newland to Hoffman. It's some trickery. He throws it down the field to Denver Doman. Touchdown Benton, tied up at 7. This one close until later in the second half. Hornets pull away, winning 50-21. Cameron Falls to Marshall, 30-0, and St. Pius defeats Savannah at home, 35-0.
Thursday night football, beautiful night for football out at Noyes Field last night. Central finishing the regular season with Class 6, 7th ranked Park Hill South. First quarter, Central down 7-0, trying to get the ball back. Emily Vassar picks off the pass, gets hit late as he's trying to get the Central into better field position, and guess what? That's even better field position there. Central starts on the 5. Gabe Fields on the counter. First effort, can't get there. Second, third, lineman pushing the pile. Touchdown, Central. PAT good. We're tied up at 7. Park Hill South does take back the lead 14-7, but Vassar not done in the secondary in this one last night. Second quarter, Nathan Rico fires a bullet. Somehow Vassar picks it off, comes out with a second INT of the game. Central in business. Ensuing drive. Central pulling out all the stops. Stone Wetloff out of the gun. Finds an all-alone Asher Katakis. Touchdown Central. PAT good. 14 all. Central trying to pull out the upset. Still in the second. 21-14 Park Hill South. Driving again. Fourth down. Going for it, but another Central secondary big-time play. Logan Cook breaks up the pass. Central gets the ball back. Fast forward just about 15 seconds to play. Wetloffer to his left. Jackson Stockwell, touchdown Central. Tied up 21. Central looking for the upset. A fantastic first half of play for Central in this one. Third quarter, though, out of the gate. Park Hill South scoring 2 touchdowns right away to go up 34-21. Central battled in this one last night, but Park Hill South holds on to win this one 51-27. Don't go anywhere. The final episode of Football Tonight continues as we head to the 8-man football and a top 5 showdown between Stanberry and Worth County. Who comes out on top between the two dominant teams? Find out next on Football Tonight.
And later we head on over to Kansas to find out if Troy can get their 4th win and get back to 500 on the season. More football coming up next on Football Tonight.
Welcome back to football tonight. Chris Roush, Mitchell Ribberall. And Mitchell, you're 23. This is your Jordan year, right?
Yeah.
You played 8-man football.
I did.
So your Jordan year is supposed to be your best year, right?
Yes.
How many yards do you think you could rack up in a game right now if you went out there and played?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Not even a guess? No?
Maybe 5, if that.
Wow, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this games we have coming up in 8-man football do better than that, because that's not good.
Yes, and to start off, we're right here in St. Joseph. St. Joseph Christian hosted King City Wildcats tonight. Wildcats came to St. Joe with a 3-game winning streak, while the Lions hoping to finally get in the win column. First drive of the game, King City able to force a 3-and-out on the Lions. Wildcats' first possession, Landon Wells hands off to Parker Muff, runs down the sideline, finally gets pushed out of bounds by the Lions. That run would help set up this touchdown run by Wells to give an early lead to King City. And after forcing another turnover, Wells on offense, hands off to Muff, who almost gets taken down right here, but stays up somehow. Dodges one tackle, another, and goes the distance and gets another touchdown. All King City tonight. Final score 48-0. Bishop LeBlanc down 22-6 at halftime, came back to beat Northwest Hughesville 32-30.
Over in Worth County, the Tigers defend their den against the Stanberry Bulldogs. They're scoring their first drive. Tigers senior running back Alex Reinhardt runs it in for another 6 for the Worth County. The Tigers 2-point conversion. Quarterback Aiden Gladstone finds Dylan McIntyre wide open, and then forcing the Bulldogs to punt. The Tigers yet again find a way to move the ball down the field. They're keeping the ball on the ground. Gladstone able to push the ball past the first down markers. Lander drive, Gladstone sling it and find his tight end Jackson Rundy for a huge game. Second quarter, the Tigers finish the drive out with the quarterback keeper and add on the damage to the Bulldogs. The Tigers go for the 2-point conversion and no good on Tigers' next possession after a time of a punt from the Bulldogs. Low snap results in a safety for Stanberry's first 2 points of the game. Worth County, though, getting a victory tonight, dominating 76-16. Other scores tonight as well. North Andrew getting a victory with Southwest Livingston 68-20. Albany getting 84-0 victory tonight.
And don't go anywhere, because when we come back, more football here on KQ2. And can East Atchison move to 9-0 on the season, or can Platte Valley hand them their first loss? Stay tuned.
And later we head on over to Kansas to find out if Troy can get their 4th win and get back to 500 on the year. More football coming up next on Football Tonight.
Welcome back to Football Tonight. It's been a tough year for the DeKalb Tigers, 0-9 in 2020, and so far this year, 0-8. But DeKalb keeps fighting, and tonight, will it be the night they finally take care of business? The Tigers hosting the Wildcards in DeKalb tonight will pick up the action. Tigers up 32-16, second quarter. Cross Bryant evading the Tiger defense, completes the pass to his receiver, but linebacker Wyatt Miller pokes the ball loose, and DeKalb recovers the fumble. It's Hayden General on the run for a nice gain. DeKalb unable to score on the drive, but still leading near halftime. Next wildcard drive, it's Alan Corkins bouncing from right to left on the run. Corkins takes it around the outside to get the Wildcards in the red zone, and then a few plays later, Braxton Gibson punches it in for 6, and then DeKalb's offense proved too much for the Wildcats in this one. The Tigers pick up their first win, 52-38 the final. Tigers grab their first win of the season.
Other scores to pass along to you as well. Rockport beats Mound City 26-20. South Holt over Nottoway Valley 22-6.
And some other scores, Platte Valley upsets the number 3 ranked East Atchison 28-26 today. Platte Valley finishes 7-2 in the regular season, and East Atchison 8-1.
And to help break down the wild night of 8-man football is our analyst, Devin Albertson. From his car, he's not driving. We go over this every week. Devin, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
All right, wild night and kind of getting into this. You're at Worth County Stanberry. We'll start there. Worth County kind of looking like the number 1 team in the state right now.
Oh, yeah, Worth County looks like an absolute machine, especially on offense. I think their first 6-7 drives, they scored in all but one of them, and it was a safety on the other one. They got pinned back and had a bad snap. Other than that, Reinhardt was his usual self. And Aiden Gladstone, a shout out to that kid at quarterback. He was throwing absolute dimes tonight. He had 3 or 4 passes that were put just absolutely perfect. You don't expect that from a high school kid like that, but he was throwing just wonderful passes tonight. He was fantastic.
Yeah, and going to another game tonight, Bishop LeBlanc, they were down 22-6 at halftime. Not too sure if you know too much about them yet, but them coming back to win that game, what does that mean to you and show kind of what their team has?
I think it's maybe their most impressive win. I know they beat North Andrew in week 2, but North Andrew was banged up at the time. Houston was a solid team. They were 4-3 coming in and had some tough losses, and a good win there for LeBlanc. A long road trip down there at Hughesville, and the way to scratch and claw your way back to a win like that is really impressive and kind of locks up the 1 seed for them in their district. So good win for LeBlanc. That way they don't have to go to the road in the district championship game possibly.
And Devin, we look at this one too. Platte Valley upsetting number 3 East Atchison. It was senior night for Platte Valley. That's a big time win for that program. I know it's the co-op. You have South Nottoway and you have North Nottoway and Jefferson in there. But that's now a 7-2 football team. Johnny Silk is doing some pretty nice things with that group up there.
Yeah, I think right now he'd be my favorite for Coach of the Year. The turnaround at Platte Valley has been amazing this year. Their 2-point loss to South Holt early years, keeping them from being co-conference champions this year. Their 2 losses by 2 to South Holt and lost to Rockport week 2, and they were down 7 starters due to COVID. So they're a really good football team. They jumped from the 5 seed to the 2 seed now going to the playoffs. So they'll probably get EA here again in a couple of weeks. But a heck of a season there for Platte Valley. And I know I've underrated them so far this year. They made me look kind of bad this week. I thought EA would roll in that one and roll 275 conference title, but Platte Valley came out and took it to them and got a big win. So congratulations to Platte Valley.
8-man football analyst Devin Albertson, thank you as always. Now we look ahead to week 10 in the postseason. Should be a lot of fun. Devin, thanks again.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Now over in Troy, the Trojans taking on Horton. 5 minutes left in the first half. Troy up 26-0. Running to the left, stiff arms the defender. Ball is loose, and the Trojans have it. Next play, Cam Anderson launches the ball deep downfield, is wide open, and that is a Trojans 33-0 lead. Horton needing something going before half, under a minute. Chargers looking to score. Scrambling to the right, throwing off 1 foot, but Seth Judd with the diving catch and the interception. Again, next play, 19 seconds left. Anderson, quick screen to Jarrett Norris, and he will not be touched. Gets a good block right there and just outruns the defense as he goes all the way. A touchdown, 40-0 before half, and Trojans take this one 46-21.
Over in Wathena at Riverside, Cyclones hosting Mar Hill Ravens. Scoreless midway through the first. Ravens moving down the field. Mark Harris under center, chased out, finds, but it's picked off by Darian Hernandez. Ensuing drive, Kobe Davis dropping back, looking deep to the end zone. Percy Duncan comes down with the ball for the touchdown. He's getting hyped up. PAT good. Cyclones up 7-0. Then Carter Duncan set to kick off. He gets down to the return man, chasing him down, bringing him screwed to the ground hard on the play. He does about all. Woo, what a hit that was. Ravens looking to recover after the INT. Harris dropping back again, looking in the middle of the field. His receiver goes up for it with a great catch at the goal line. Harris handing it off to his back, but he's met by Todrick Duncan. He's all over the place.